All right, man, let's make a video to help out some people on an Evinrude 150. This is a 1999 Evinrude. Before I get going on this, let me make a statement here. 20 years I haven't changed the plugs on this motor. Take them out, I look at them, I keep a spare set on the boat, and never had to change them. They're still looking good, ready to go. I've never fogged the motor. All I do in the winter time is run the gas out and put some rabbit ears down below, run antifreeze up through the motor, and I have not had not one problem with this thing until this season. So that's really all you got to do. I mean, you got some guys out there tell you that you got to change the plugs every year and all that good stuff. Nonsense. Anyway, man, this thing this year in particular started bogging out when you give it full gas. So did a little troubleshooting. I keep a spare the main fuel filters up here in the front, and then you get your fuel pump that is also an oil pump together. About $700 for that thing, even on eBay. Okay, but I keep another fuel filter right here as a double, so I got two fuel filters going through. So anyway, guys, what I did to troubleshoot the problem, I put a clear fuel line going up to the motor to see if it was sucking enough gas. Okay, well, it wasn't. Once you give it full throttle, the gas was not going through. The fuel pump is getting weak. It's 20 something years old. Okay, and I'm not spending $700 for a new fuel pump. So once I made that determination, what I did, got on eBay and I found a low pressure electric fuel pump, which would be right here. Cost $10, free shipping, and it works like a charm. Now, the fuel pump itself, the inlet and outlet is 5/16, but your fuel lines are 3/8. So what I did was I went to Menards and I found these little things. You got 5/16 that's going onto that hose, and it goes into the 3/8 fuel line. And all I did was solder those together on both sides, okay, just to make it fit better, so you get a better seal. But anyway, man, took it out on the river yesterday. Boat's a mess, by the way. Took it out on the river yesterday and it started bogging out, and I flipped the switch. What I got is wiring going to the battery to a switch right next to the steering wheel, and if it starts bogging out, you flip the switch, kicks on the fuel pump, and it works like a charm. So that's all it is. And on top of that, once the motor gets running, you get that fuel pumping through there, you can actually turn this thing off, and it just needs a little bit of a boost. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually leave the fuel pump running full time as well. For $10, I'm gonna buy another one off eBay as a spare, keep it on the boat. And this is a low pressure pump. Okay, they also have high pressure pumps, which I'm gonna buy. That's about $25. So I'm gonna keep a high pressure and a low pressure. Reason I'm getting a high pressure is in case the fuel pump on this thing ever goes out completely. Right now it's about 70%. So if it ever went out completely, then I could rig up the high pressure pump, and that will replace the main fuel pump. Oh, here's another thing. If you guys notice, my fuel is green. Okay, now this boat has an oil fuel. It's got the oil injector. Well, I disconnected that. Okay, once again, a lot of people tell you got to go inside the motor and disconnect this and all that stuff, and no, you don't. You go down into your oil tank, which is right down there. Okay, all you got to do is snip the hose that sucks the oil, and then what you do is start adding the oil and the gas. Okay, it takes 5 minutes when you fill up your tank. It's no big deal. The reason why you want to do that is because right now the fuel pump is going bad on this. Now, if the oil injector ever went bad, you would ruin your motor. Okay, so you don't want to take that chance. Just mix your oil and gas together, runs like a dream, 50-1, and you're never going to have a problem worrying about this oil injector going bad, because if it does, you know, you're gonna ruin your motor. Again, this motor is about 21, 22 years old, runs like a top, except like I say, for this year, the fuel pump is getting a little bit weak. So, but this is a fix. Again, low pressure fuel pump, eBay, $10, free shipping, can't beat it. Better than paying $700 plus tax, whatever they're going to charge you, plus a lot of work of getting on the new fuel pump. So this didn't take me too long. Alright guys, I'm just helping people out that might have had this problem. I watched a few videos and there's some people that are trying to diagnose their fuel pump. Well, if you put on a clear fuel line, acrylic, and it works like a charm as well, you're going to be able to see if your motor is actually sucking that fuel. Okay? And if you don't feel good with the acrylic fuel line, keep an extra fuel line on the boat, so just in case, whatever, the thing breaks 20 years down the road, you got extra fuel line on the boat and you can just replace it wherever you're at. No big deal. Alright guys, I think that covers it, and this will be to help anybody with an Evinrude 150 fuel pump issue. Cheap way to do it. Alright guys, peace out, take care.